we are ageless, or seeking to become ageless, or we are in the process of being ageless, according to the Chinese wisdom tradition, which is consistent really with all the wisdom traditions, the shamanic wisdom traditions, and all the ancient cultures, the Hindus, the Buddhists, the Taoists, the Muslims, the Jewish community, all those ancient tribal communities have these practices. We have a concept which says we are ageless, or we are engaged in a process of kind of an eternal life, that we live in a body to have a portion of at least. So then how do you keep the body well? How do you keep the body so that it is a comfortable place to spend a chunk of your eternal life in? And the practices across all the cultures: breath practice, body posture, movement like yoga, tai chi, Qigong, etc. Something to quiet the busy emotional mind, the business mind, the consumer mind, the conditioned mind, to bring it into a remembrance of its true nature. And those practices can be quite complex and esoteric, or they can be really simple. So, in other words, something that brings us into a direct association with our potential for agelessness, a practice that supports us in living the ageless life, is going to be some kind of a combination of breath practice, posture movement, mind focus, and then in addition, in many cases, some sort of self-applied massage. So instead of having to go to the chiropractor or the acupuncturist or the doctor, you can actually give yourself some health care. And these practices can be packaged in many ways. So it doesn't really matter where this comes from. If it comes from the Chinese tradition, the Native American tradition, the shamanic tradition, the Muslim tradition, the Jewish tradition, the Christian tradition, any of the traditions that I've left out, it just does not matter. What matters is, can you remember to bring your attention to this medicine-making process? There is a remarkable gift that's been granted to us by those who cared for thousands of years. Not just several thousand years, but in fact 20, 30, 60,000 years, if you want to talk the shamanic community, where all this comes from originally. We've been granted this gift of the insight that you make medicine for free, an elixir, without having to leave your home, without having to leave your chair, without having to leave your desk. You can make this elixir while you're working, while you're driving. A little training, and then the presence of mind gives you the tools to be able to carry this into your life. And then this leverages the ageless, this leverages the powerful, this leverages the insightful, intuitive, this leverages the well-being, sustainability, the efficiency, the work efficiency, the play efficiency, the fun efficiency. All of these efficiencies that humans can become more capable of expressing arise from these simple practices.